Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Monday, 3rd April 2017. I'm Fredicia Liburd. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture says he is pleased with the performance of his staff at the recently concluded Agriculture Open Day.
I must say that I'm very pleased with my team here at the Department of Agriculture. Our coordinator, Mr. Walcott James, again did an exceptional job, and I must say kudos to the entire team at the Departments of Agriculture, Cooperatives and Fisheries for once again rising to the challenge and exceeding all expectations for the event. I think all of us could be very, very pleased with the way the Open Day turned out, and I think all hands were on deck, everyone pulled their weight, and I must say congratulations to the entire team here at the ministry, and I must say to them, a job well done. It was exceptional team effort on the part of all of us here at the Ministry of Agriculture, Cooperatives and Fisheries.
He also stated that he is pleased with the participation of the vendors.
The booth owners, I think, overdid themselves this year in terms of the way they portrayed and the impact that the booths had. I must say congratulations to the winners of the various booth competitions. The winner in the vegetable category was A1 Farms, and I have to say that they would have done an exceptional job because this is only the second time that they're participating in the Open Day, and for them to come on that strong to win the booth competition this year says how much they would have put in terms of effort, in terms of creating an impactful booth. And I think all of the vegetable farmers would have done an outstanding job. For the agro-processors booth, the winner, Val's Delight, again this year, congratulations to her and to all of the other agro-processors for doing a great job as well. And for the ornamental booth, the winner was Tropical Blossoms Nursery, once again a marvelous job in terms of the impact of that booth and the other booths.
The Agriculture Open Day took place on Thursday 30th and Friday 31st March at the Villa Grounds in Charlestown under the patronage of Tizina Brooks. The Open Day had as its theme, Embracing Climate-Smart Agriculture to Achieve Food Security. The introduction of Family Connect into the confines of Her Majesty's prison in St. Kitts and Nevis is a clear demonstration of the continued commitment towards the wholesome rehabilitation of residents within the system. Family Connect is a telephone system designated specifically for the use of the residents to stay connected to their family. The initiative is at no cost to the prison service and is a partnership with a local telecoms provider. Superintendent of Prisons Junie Hodge said it is clear that when the residents are in contact with those who can support them in terms of positive encouragement and have regular contact with family, they are more responsive to the rehabilitation process. He added this regular connection also benefits the entire family. Family Connect provides residents with the opportunity to make outgoing calls to their families on a daily basis between the hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Residents must have available phone credit on their account in order to use the system. The residents must also provide a listing of up to 5 pre-approved numbers for family members they would like to call. 12 wall-mounted phones have been placed in the recreation yard and in other common areas for their use. Assistant Superintendent of Prisons Alton Liburd welcomes the initiative and said, from a security point of view, I hope this can reduce the temptation for family members of trying to introduce contraband into the prison. He added he looks forward to seeing positive changes in attitudes with the frequent contact between residents and family. In preparation for the launch of the program in coming weeks, residents are being briefed on their expectations for use of the system. With 2 recent incidents of violent crimes in the Federation, Nevis's Premier, the Honourable Vance Amory, said he is disappointed at what happened. He is further reassuring Nevisians that safety and security remains high on the agenda for this Nevis Island administration.
I was hoping, and more than hoping, expecting, with the kind of effort and resources which the government, the federal government and Nevis Island government have put into the crime fighting force, the police special unit, the equipment which we've given, the transportation, and the kind of training to which the police have been exposed, and the kind of direction which they have been given to engage in seeking to get into the community, talk to the young men, talk to the young women, talk to the people who may be known to or who have committed crime or who may be suspected or alleged criminals. To bring them under control. It is a painful thing, but I want to give you this assurance that we will not return to the levels of criminal activity that we had in 2016, 2015, and any time before. Not this year.
The Premier noted that he is in constant communication with the Police High Command, and they have always had his support in strategic and operational activities to fight crime.
Nevis is a peaceful place. Nevis is a place which people love to come to. When I speak to people who are visitors, and just last week we've had engagements with persons who have come in for official business. They come here and they say, listen, we love Nevis. Nevis is a place, the atmosphere, the environment is one which is so welcoming. And we need to use that, because if we are not to keep that peace and security and safety, we could lose so much.
The Premier was quick to point out that the police and law enforcement cannot do it alone, but this problem needs input from all sectors of the community, because the tension and discomfort being experienced cannot continue.
We have to continue as a people to fight it. We have to continue to confront it. We have to continue to pray, because some way it seems as if the forces of evil have infiltrated the minds of some of our people. And it has to be a total community effort, a total national effort. And I believe, if we continue to cooperate in this matter, and if we have parents saying to their children, listen, you're destroying your future. If we have teachers saying to our children, listen, there's a better life. Premier
Amory was at the time participating in the radio show Government at Work, hosted by Keith Scarborough. Still to come, 25th hosting of Inter-Primary School Championships begins tomorrow. The details are after this break.
And you're off. The boys are off. Green, look at me. The man in black is out front for Greenhouse.
This April 7th and 8th, get yourself to Owali Beach for the 2017 Nevis Blues Festival. As the sun goes down, party to music by Ian Siegel, Deanna Bogart, AJ Gent, and many more. Regular boat services will connect St. Kitts from Frigate Bay and Reggae Beach direct to the festival. Find out more at nevisblues.com.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. The 25th hosting of the Gulf Insurance Inter-Primary School Championship begins tomorrow, Tuesday 4th, and Wednesday 5th, April 2017. Director of the meet, Lester Blackett, spoke about the changes that will take place with regards to the presentation of medals.
We will not be giving out the awards after the end of each race. At some point during the races, particularly during intermission, and maybe at some points before that, we would have all the athletes come across to the center of the field. Normally we do it in front of the pavilion, but in doing it in front of the pavilion, you have a problem of everybody being able to see. So we're going to do it more in the center of the field, so persons from all around, east, west, north, and south will be able to see. We'll also be having announcers or commentators on the field. Those of you who saw Inter High would realize that Virgo did it sometimes, I did it sometimes, and other folks. So they could get a real live commentary as opposed to just the race commentary. So the person on the field will be able to tell you a little more about what's going on and what's going to happen.
Blackhead stated that the Gulf Insurance Inter-Primary Championship was the first in the Caribbean to do live streaming.
We generally have been almost ahead of almost all the other islands in terms of providing technical support. For example, we do live television. I think probably we were one of the first to do that. We do live streaming. We've been doing live streaming for like probably 20 years.
He also spoke in regards to the changes in the technical aspect of the meet.
For all 25 years, we've been trying to get cutting-edge information, cutting-edge technology. And those who were there for the last 2 years would see big screens. We have 2 big screens. That was last year. This year we're going to have a much bigger screen, which hopefully will be able to extend from one of the end of the park to the other. So it'll be placed over by the CSS side, and you should be able to see it from wherever you are. We're also enhancing the public address system. We usually have problems hearing it on the eastern side. So the persons who are doing the PA is going to be working on that to eliminate that problem.
Tomorrow, Tuesday 4th at 3 p.m., the March Past will take place in Charlestown, where the 8 primary schools will march up to the El Camido T. Willett Park, and the opening ceremony will follow. The following is a notice from the St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Nevis Division, Traffic Department regarding traffic flow on April 5th, 2017. In order to facilitate the smooth flow of traffic at the Gulf Insurance Inter-Primary Schools Championship in the vicinity of the El Camido Willett Park, the Traffic Department will effect the following traffic restrictions on Wednesday, April 5th, 2017. No parking will be permitted along Main Street, Charlestown, from Amos Chapel Church to Cedar Trees. Traffic will flow northwards towards El Camido Park. Traffic will not be permitted to enter from the Reliable Motors end. Parking will be permitted on the Villa grounds, and traffic will be diverted onto High School Road. After the activities are over, no vehicular traffic will be permitted to enter from the Charlestown Police Station end. Persons traveling towards Cotton Ground side of the island will access the buses from Newcastle bus stop, and those persons traveling towards Gingerland will access buses from the Reliable Motors area. Towing will be for persons who do not comply with these regulations. And in related news, the Deputy Governor General, His Honour Sir Eustace John, acting on the advice of the Cabinet of the Nevis Island Administration, has declared Wednesday, 5th April 2017 to be a public half-holiday on the island of Nevis from 12 p.m. This is on the occasion of the 2017 Gulf Insurance Inter-Primary Schools Championships. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Fredicia Liber. Thank you for viewing.